Good afternoon, Miss Rizky. My name is Muhammad Fikri Yahya from 05SIGK001. Today, I want to show you about negative yes or no question. Okay, let's start to the meaning of negative yes or no question. What is negative yes or no question? The question that need either a yes or a no answer. Yes or no question are also called closed question because there are only two possible responses, yes or no. And then how do we form yes or no question? We form yes or no question using auxiliary verb or modal verb. What is verb and what is auxiliary verb and modal verb? Auxiliary verb is like is, am, are, was, were, do, does, did, has, have, and had. And the modal like can, could, will, would, should, should, may, might, must, ought to. And then we next to the rules of yes or no question. Okay, means we have three rules. The first rule is if the main verb of the sentence is to be, switch the subject and to be. To be the first and then the subject is the second. Like the example is the keys are under the book. The keys is a subject and then are is a verb. So the form of the negative yes or no question being are the keys under the book? That's the question. And then the second rule is if the sentence includes a main verb and auxiliary verb, switch the subject and the first will be auxiliary verb. This example like she is working very hard. She is subject, is auxiliary, and then working is a verb or the main verb. And we use from negative yes or no question being is she working very hard is auxiliary will be the first, and then next we put she as a subject and working as the verb. So being is she working very hard. That's the second rule. And then the last rule is if the sentence includes a verb, not a to be or be verb, and then and doesn't include an auxiliary verb, the transformation is more complex. The examples like, sorry, I show the present tense example. Amy likes apple. Amy as a subject, likes as a present tense or present verb, and then apple as an object. So we use from negative yes or no question being does Amy like apple? Why we put does? Because does is present tense. So does is the first, and then as the first as auxiliary, and then Amy as a subject, and we put like apple, and then the question will be does Amy like apple? And then the another example I put is past tense. The sentence is she wrote a nice story. She as a subject, right? She wrote a nice story. She is a subject, sorry, wrote as a verb, and then nice story. And we use from negative yes or no question will be did he write a nice story? Why the auxiliary is did? Because did is used for the past tense. So did he as a subject, and also we change the wrote into the verb one, be write. So did he write a nice story? And then we next to the function of negative yes or no question. Okay, let's start. Function of negative yes or no question. The first is to confirm information you think is true. The example is, wasn't the woman married? Didn't you go to a party last night? Isn't a avocado a vegetable? So we aren't 100% sure about the information, and we must ask again for the confirmation. And then the second function is when you want someone to agree with you. The example is, isn't hot today? The question means I asked to my friends because I saw my third friends is wet, and so I asked him for the agreement. And then, wasn't the movie great? The question means I saw the movie with my friends, and it was great movie, and I enjoy it. So I asked other to make an agreement. And then the last function is show surprise. The example is, isn't he 5 years old? It means that while you see a baby can read, when he was 5 years old, you will shock and show surprise because the age a child can read is when he started learning in kindergarten. So a 5 years old baby being able to read is not logical. And that's enough for me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.